pipeline.
Joseph Elliott Cruz. Of course I'm going.
And here's the third installment of the series that I have no official name for. I guess for now I'll call it the cinematic destructions of U.S. cities. San Francisco and Los Angeles has been covered. And no, I will not do New York. I'm not doing New York. Guys, you know how many times New York has been destroyed in film? More than I can count. Las Vegas, aka Las Vegas, is next. Sin City, Nevada's most populous city, ranking 24th populous city in the nation thanks to the city that has been accepting refugees from California as the state is ran into the ground by the embodiment of the Joker as governor. We all know Vegas is known for its gambling, former mafia hotspot, resorts, various deviant activities, and an uptake of professional sports. Now, with only the NBA yet to claim a spot in the city. So I've done my research almost to a T, and I discovered Las Vegas has probably bitten the dust more than I thought it did. More than 10 times. And not counting the many times me and the homeboys caused havoc across the strip in years past. Yeah, that was a dry joke. That was a terrible joke. That was a bad joke. Well, anyways, let's jump into the old raggedy DeLorean time machine to memory lane, starting with
Do it live! Fuck it!
So we got The Amazing Colossal Man, a 1957 science fiction film based on the 1928 science fiction novel The Myth Man, as it's pronounced. Okay. It was about a U.S. Army lieutenant colonel who survives a plutonium explosion and grows to 8 to 10 feet a day, reaching the final height of 60 feet. The Colossal Man, aka Glenn Manning, runs the danger of his heart exploding from the height increase and losing his damn mind. The Mad Titan, as I call him, goes on a rampage in Gangster's Paradise, destroying the former Pioneer Club and the Vegas Vic sign in the process. Don't worry, the Pioneer Club and its famous sign still stands today on Fremont Street. That is downtown Vegas. I've been there. It's like a gift shop of sorts.
Damnation Alley. Everything man remembers.
Damnation Alley, a 1977 post-apocalyptic film based on the 1969 novel of the same name, depicts the United States after World War III, a fight with the Soviet Union, of course, a nuclear one in fact too. Las Vegas lies in the ruins in this film. The earth is knocked off its axis and there's radiation that causes giant scorpions to grow even bigger. Also, the film stars a young Jackie Earle Haley, aka
When we were partners. Those were great times, huh, Rorschach? What happened? You quit.
Romance has not.
Right, so we'll say a dinner, complete sexual encounter, optional episode in the morning, right?
I gotta run this past my own lawyer.
Pleasure. A Cherry 2000.
Looks great.
Cherry 2000, the 1988 sci-fi film, a film about a guy and his wife bot, shows the, I was gonna go in a little bit more in depth about this film, but nah, it's too spot on with what's gonna happen in the next couple of years when it comes to robots and wife bots and all that. Anyways, it shows the abandoned ruins of Las Vegas after the U.S. becomes a wasteland. Now, let's skip ahead in our raggedy DeLorean time machine to 1994 for the next time Vegas is gutted in film. The Stand, 1994 and 2020. I'm putting both together because it's basically a remake. But anyways, this film being a miniseries called The Stand, an adaptation of Stephen King's 1978 novel of the same name. Keep in mind, like I said, they remade this miniseries 26 later in 2020. And how spot on for anyone in the know. A pandemic of the flu. Released by the U.S. Army. How spot on. Vegas becomes a radioactive cinders in both versions when a nuclear bomb is released on the city. Mars Attack. Now, I heard a giant man, a nuclear bomb, various nuclear bombs, destroy Vegas so far. How about an alien invasion for you? Vegas, and Mars Attacks, the black comedy film released in 1996. The old landmark casino bites the dust in this film, attacked by the aliens, and it also bites the dust a year before this film's release in 1995. The landmark casino theme was space. The tower, looking like a flying saucer, was inspired by Seattle's own Space Needle and will be the predecessor to the Stratosphere Tower that was completed in the same year of this film. Just a little insight, Mars Attacks director Tim Burton loved the landmark casino and was deeply hurt when it was closed and demolished, so he gave an ode to it in this film. The Las Vegas Convention Center stands where the landmark casino used to stand.
Fueled by the tropical district.
Our plan took a direct hit.
Racing and turning.
Let's get back in the truck.
Has the system spawning these?
This little piece of media right here is called Category 6 Day of Destruction. Came out in 2004, a TV movie made for CBS. And yes, Vegas does get his ass kicked by tornadoes, but it gets even better.
Kinds of tornadoes ever collided with a Category 5 hurricane?
These two storms do converge. Gotta help those people.
Oh man, CGI and VFX and all that could have been better, but it's a TV movie, like I said before. But this movie kind of reminds me of Day After Tomorrow. Matter of fact, it probably came out around the same time as Day After Tomorrow. Matter of fact, it was probably inspired by Day After Tomorrow, because Day After Tomorrow did come out in 2004. So, let's keep going. On to the next movie. Oh, I don't know, that's so funny to me. 10.5, The Apocalypse. So, Vegas, I heard you had a giant man, various nuclear bombs, aliens, a pandemic. How about an earthquake for you? In 2006, a TV film called 10.5, Apocalypse, a sequel to the 2004 TV miniseries 10.5.
I am as far beyond mutants as they are beyond you.
No, not the apocalypse. Las Vegas is whacked when acidic water undermines an underground limestone, creating a massive sinkhole which causes many buildings to simply sink into the sand. Sinkhole City, baby. It didn't sound right. Vegas, I heard you like aliens, tall men, nuclear bombs, sinkholes and floods. How about some zombies for you? Resident Evil Extinction, the third installment in the Resident Evil series based on the famed video game of the same name. In this film, Alice and other survivors flee Raccoon City, travel across the Mojave Desert to Alaska to escape the zombie apocalypse. Shown in this film, a devastated Las Vegas, the desert claiming the city for itself. But this won't be the last time the desert or zombies claim the city for itself.
God! Shit!
This time in 2012, a film released in 2009, not just a giant hole. You know what? Did he really ever say what it was in this movie? I've seen this movie and kind of tuned down. Was it an earthquake? Yeah, it was earthquake, a fire, and volcano ash, and Vegas is sinking. It's just a whole bunch of stuff going on in this movie. But a giant hole opens up in the middle of the strip with a casino, every one of them going straight to hell in a hell basket. But will this be the last time Vegas falls to an earthquake? No.
The pipeline. Joseph Elliott Cruz. Of course I'm going.
This film was called Meteor, a 2009 TV film released on NBC. It's about a meteor hitting Vegas and other cities across the globe. Yeah. Las Vegas. Never heard of the film. A film starring Frankie Muniz. A sci-fi channel film. Oh, don't wonder why I never heard of this. Well, anyways, college students being stupid on spring break. Still a cursed Egyptian artifact. And thus Vegas falls to a giant sandstorm that will make Emotep proud.
Day at 9, only on Sci-Fi.
I love this crazy town.
So what's the count now? Aliens, zombies, a giant man, earthquakes, a giant sandstorm, and a nuclear bomb. How about Godzilla's ops? In the 2014 Godzilla, the female Muto breaks out of his containment in the desert and marches herself to the strip, but not for gambling, leaves Sin City in shambles. The second city in that film to catch the smoke by one of these titans, as they're called in the Monsterverse. Vegas is zombified once again in a 2016 Canadian-American film called Stains the Sand Red. Well, don't know why the main character left her son behind in Vegas, but anyways, I can't get into how ridiculous Sharknado the fourth wave, but Sharknado, anyways, I was curious with the first one. I was gonna make a joke, but I was curious with the first one, and then after the first one, I'm like, all right, that should be it, and then they keep releasing them. But a Sharknado wrecks the town. A shark-themed hotel's in
It's outrageous,
a
egregious,
sandstorm and sharks to create this entry. Like I said, the Sharknado series is probably one of the most ridiculous, preposterous pieces of media I ever heard in my life and seen. Blade Runner 2049 depicts Las Vegas as a wasteland. Supposedly a dirty bomb ruined the city, but most of the structures were still intact. And it's where Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford met, meet, hang, chill, whatever. You know what? Blade Runner 2049 is not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. Go watch it. It's a very smart, somewhat intellectual, emotional movie. So Vegas, I heard you like zombies. How about some more zombies for you? Army of the Dead. The city has become infected by a zombie who spreads the virus around the town. Most of the city has been blocked off, if not all, and is subject for nuclear destruction within the movie, while a heist is going on as well. Something creepy about abandoned Las Vegas. I don't know what it is. It's just something creepy about abandoned Las Vegas with zombies in it. But you know what? This movie kind of gave me the same type of feeling that I Am Legend gave me. Maybe it's the liveliness of New York and Vegas being cities that really never sleep. Actually, I did see Vegas empty at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's the most emptiest I ever seen it. But these are two cities that never sleep. There's always people in them. And to see zombies, the dead, and nothing really going on is just creepy. Maybe it's just me. Now, if you want to count Peacock's 2023 Twisted Metal TV series, fine. Usually, I don't really count TV shows. I did count some TV movies, but this time, I'll make an exception. But Vegas, once again, is a wasteland in that TV series. Now, there's other films that people count for some reason. Some people put Con Air, the last Jason Bourne film titled Jason Bourne. Both films, Vegas wasn't wrecked, but there was a plane landing and a chase scene in Jason Bourne. But another honorable mention would be the 1992 Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. A giant kid causes some havoc, but nothing compared to the previous films as mentioned. There's probably more films out there that they didn't mention that are more hidden that nobody really knows, but I reckon I covered most of them in this video. Counted 14. Originally, I was going to count San Andreas, but now that I did my research, because someone said that Vegas was destroyed in San Andreas, there's really no proof of that. The only two shitty cities that were shown in San Andreas was San Francisco getting annihilated with waves and an earthquake, and LA getting annihilated with an earthquake. Now, in the beginning of the movie, there was a Hoover Dam breaking up due to an earthquake, but looking at the flow of the Colorado River and where the Colorado River is situated and how Hoover Dam is situated, there's no way in the world that water from the Colorado would flood Vegas. So I didn't count it. So, yeah, that's my explanation for that. Anybody can challenge it if they want, but I don't think water from the Colorado can flood. Then maybe, but just maybe, we didn't see it. Maybe Vegas was rattled by the earthquake. Who knows? So technically it could be 14, it could be 15. But it's expected for a city that's very recognizable next to New York, San Francisco, Paris, maybe Tokyo, Hong Kong. I don't know so much about LA. I know LA has been destroyed countless times, but if they show the skyscrapers of LA, like downtown LA, will anybody really recognize that as being LA? I do, because for one, I used to live not too far away from the city, but outside of, let's say, palm trees and the Hollywood sign, will anybody else recognize LA outside of those two icons of a palm tree and the Hollywood sign? Or maybe the Chinese Theater or Capitol Records building, and they just show downtown LA? I don't know. And this doesn't count for people who are from there or who have lived there. Talk about people who are not from there or foreign people. But anyways, that concludes this video of the mini destructions of Las Vegas. If there was one that I forgot to mention, put it down in the comment section below. But will there be a part 4? We have to wait and see what the next city is. There's various candidates, but I am keeping it American for now. So that can be Chicago, Houston, Miami, Milwaukee, Phoenix, Seattle. Who knows? But I know one thing. It will not be New York. 69.
But wait, there's more.
All right, hold up, time up. Before you leave, I found another one. I found another movie that destroyed Vegas. And it's a movie I already mentioned before, Independence Day. I mentioned them Los Angeles film one, but Independence Day. So as I'm researching, actually I wasn't even researching for Las Vegas, I was researching for the Chicago. So I was trying to figure out, was Chicago mentioned in Independence Day as being destroyed by the aliens? And so I tried to check, and I ended up coming across this video. It's like a promotion for Independence Day 2 or Independence Day Resurgence. And it's like a tongue-in-cheek tourist video displaying the ruins of Las Vegas. And doing a little research on this video, I completely forgot this even happened in the original Independence Day, that the alien invaders were actually over Las Vegas. And when Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith and the other humans end up destroying the aliens and winning the war, that ship that was hanging, I think it was the ship that destroyed LA, was hanging over near where the base was at. It was near Las Vegas, and when they won, it crashed into Vegas and it did destroy the city. So yeah, that's another one. Vegas was destroyed in Independence Day, behind the scenes, off camera, off film.